So we're in Harlem, and we have to go downtown. Obviously, many of my YouTube clips are set in New York City. But since this new channel doesn't include New York City, I figured I'd maybe make one and maybe put it up on the channel. Even though prior to, I thought I'd just use the allowance from the other channels, the videos from the other channels, but in this video we'll definitely try to get some proper signage. So we're in Harlem, I think on First Avenue. I know we just left 135th. Oh yeah, we're at 125 right now. Like in the heart of Harlem. Before I left New York, I came to Harlem to view like 3 buildings, and you can check it out on my website. It's D as in David, C as in cat, W as in winter. That's DCW. Type it twice, DCW.com. And check out the link to the Facebook page, and I'm sure I posted about it. But I was in Harlem to visit a few like buildings that were designed by Black architects. There's an apartment building. There's a Episcopal and a Presbyterian church here, and it might be a Methodist church. And one more. Oh, there's like this row of apartments that have like these historic porches, front porches, covered porches, stairs, and patios. And there's a couple others actually, or at least one more. Look at the keystones on that building. Architectural dictionary. But yeah, again, that's D as in David, C as in cat, W as in winter, and like the initials of the capital of the United States, Washington D.C., WDC, except it's just a different allowance of it. DCW twice.com, DCW.com. That's my website. And you can check it out there. Yeah, but we're in New York City. In Manhattan, New York, not far from Central Park. Actually, we would have ran into Central Park, but he just made it right. And I don't know why. We really will be there at 1:30, even though it's like 1 o'clock now, because it's taking a long way. We're on 116th now. I used to volunteer at a food bank. It's right behind, like right over there. So I used to eat there too. They have serve really good food there. It's called the Community kitchen of West Harlem, and it's right behind me on 116th. There's a Popeyes. There's 116th. There's the BC train, and what else? Yeah. Let's go back. New York, New York. If I could get just $1 from every New Yorker, I would be so elated with my life. I would just love to take up an offering. Just $1 on Manhattan Avenue. On 14th, it's a park. Morningside Park, I think it's called. Taking a few cigarette breaks there. Yep, Morningside Park. And Chadewick Run. Let's see. Amsterdam is up that hill. In the park, there's a hill right. Oh yeah, see, the street goes upward. It's up a hill. I think I'm about to run into Amsterdam. Columbus Avenue is next, and then let's see. Farmers Market. Brooklyn. That company is based in Brooklyn. It said Broklyn. Broklyn. Brooklyn. Let me see. Elizabeth, New Jersey, Long Island. How this camera is picking up sound? It didn't pick up sound as much as my prior one did. The Bronx. We're in Manhattan right now. Republic Dominicana. LLC. CA, my spouse is somewhere probably in this 5 boroughs of this city. I think in the Bronx, probably, or in Staten Island. He may be in Manhattan, but yeah. Technically, we haven't divorced or annulled it yet after, what, 5 years, so I can still say spouse. Consolidated Bus Company. NYC neighborhoods. Let's see. I put an ad up. I was like, I'm married but separated, confused right now, so open to dating. Okay, this says summons to. Oh shit, there's a park over there. My shorty just messaged me. Ta-da-da. I have walked. I don't know if I've walked this particular street, Columbus Avenue, from the Bronx to Staten Island. It's about a 3-hour walk, so that would be like what, 9 miles. A few times. I'll say a couple times when I was losing weight, when I wanted to lose weight. I was on my diet. If you want to hear me, you'll have to put in headphones and turn up. Because I don't know about the microphone on this particular phone. We're by Central Park now. And Amsterdam Ave. I think it's one street over. And probably Mount Sinai Hospital. Probably like a block over or something. Oh yeah, when I started my diet, I weighed in at Mount Sinai. It was the first time because I didn't have a scale. So I walked to Central Park. And then I was like, okay, I've been working on it. I'm gonna weigh in now, see how I'm doing. So I stopped by Mount Sinai, and the Chinese nurse, she let me use a scale there. I got butt naked, and I was just like, I need to know my literal like weight and height. So I weighed in on the scale there, and I got my height, my actual height. I'm actually 2 inches shorter than I thought I was as a kid, without boots on, without Timberlands on. Actually not 6'1", I'm 5'11". Let's see. Atmosphere. (5'10" 3/4). Feels good being short. Because God works in mysterious ways. Columbus Avenue. I feel like I walked down Columbus, but I think I probably didn't take Columbus Avenue, but I may have because everything looks so familiar. All the streets look the same in Manhattan. Going down. Been down one, been down one of them big gay ice cream shop. What's New York City Board of Education. I went to a school once, and I think it was like combined into, it's like middle school, elementary school, and high school combined into once. And I stepped in. I just was curious, and I wanted to know like a little bit of information about the school. So I was asking like, like what grades were there. Asked the security guard, and then I asked one of the students. And when I found out it was a high school, I was like, you guys don't have like parking? Because here in New York City, it's like they have subways, so they don't have cars like in high school. So they were like, no, we don't have off-campus parking. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, unique, I guess. It's interesting. Of course, I never got my license until I was 20 or 21 anyway, but I was driving when I was in high school anyway. It made no damn difference. Not regularly, but kind of. When somebody gave me a car, I don't do those. So we're at 73rd and Columbus Avenue. 73rd, Cottage Point, New York. Southern New York, 140 West, West 140th Street. When I got my graduated from Brittany Beauty School here in the Bronx, and I had my 6 months temporary New York temporary license. I genuinely thought about, taking the test to make it permanent or whatever. But I just never got to it. I'm like, I don't want to sit. I mean, there's great money in doing hair, and it's a wonderful expression of art, but I just don't. I'm like, I'm chasing another dream. So, you never know. Let me see. I still don't know why we came in through Harlem. Oh yeah, we did come from north. We came from Boston. We came from Harlem, and now we're going into the bus station's at 42nd Street. Or 42nd, not Times Square, but down 42nd, and what's it called? Penn Station. So we have to make it from 65th to 42nd. We're getting there. I'm used to coming in through the tunnel, which is really magical. You come in through that tunnel and you hit these tall ass buildings like you're down beneath the street because you came in through the tunnel. And then there's a David H. Coach Theater at this is Juilliard's across the street. This is what school is this? Not NYU. It's I remember there's an AMC down the street. I remember a very particular night, me and CA were down here, like a block from here, like hanging out. Yep, I do. Oh, across the street though. But this is, there's the David Geffen Center. He's super rich. He's like a billionaire. He's a multi-billionaire. David H. Coach Theater is right there, and there's a David Geffen Hall. But this is so Juilliard's across the street, and this is what college? What school? Lincoln Center. Where? Anyways, I don't know. Google it. Fordham University is right there. J. Stewart University of New York. I don't think that's Fordham. That's another. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyways, now we're at 60. 5th Street? 60th, yeah. There's Paulist Fathers Church of St. Paul the Apostle. That's one of the few churches I haven't been at Mass at. I don't remember going to Mass there. I've been to Mass at many churches in New York City. I've been to many types of denominations. Matter of fact, you can check it on one of my YouTube channels. You won't see me in a lot of the services. I didn't record most of them, but you will see some of the different denominations and a church on 16th, Church of Xavier, St. Francis Xavier, and an amazing look at the architectural elements of the structure, the spiritual structure, like the arcades and the nave and the what else? So many things. The arches. The choir, and then the
Take the bad. I send you let me know what I'm going to. I'm on my way home. How long do you care from
57th Street is right there. 56th Street is right there. At 126, 61 degrees. Oh shit, it's a little warm here. It was 50 in Boston. 50 something. Ew. We're almost there. 52. Bronx, New York. If you're done me talking, I get it. The Anchorage. The gargoyles. I was looking for a fifth element. I mean, there's 356 of them, but I was looking for a 5 to name, so I said the nave, the aisle, the arches. I'll say the voussoir because I can't, for quickness, and also then I just said the gargoyles. Street, and that's from the church section of the Architectural Dictionary by Francis D.K. Ching. It's called a Visual Dictionary of Architecture. Francis is spelled Francis. D.K. The two his middle initials, and his last name is Ching, Ching. Francis D.K. Ching. So yeah. Check me out at dcwdcw.com. I am linking in that book, a book that I read cover to cover and studied, and it's taught me a lot on architecture and informed me as well as my company on many building designs and ideas and options. So that's what that is. Oh yeah, we're at 42nd. We're here. There it is, Port Authority bus terminal. He is tearing that hot dog. What did he order on that? Bacon hot dog. What, pizza, dollar pizza. Right here's a dollar pizza spot. You see the sign says $1 per slice. I cannot do that because I have to one more video shoot tomorrow. Gotta make weight. So yeah, we made it to New York City, and also that apologize about my hair in these past, like in my videos from this past month or two, because I cut it in LA and I haven't done anything since. So the past month has been kind of like crazy and uncool, crucify me. But so I do apologize.